Hey, hi everyone, Mohit Chaudhary this side. Hope you are doing absolutely great, and the results are out, and I'm extremely happy to know that many of you have qualified for the interview round, and this gives me immense pleasure. All right, so in this video we'll be discussing about the entire interview process. कि interview process में actually होती क्या है, what exactly the interview is about, right? And what all things happens in an interview. ये interview किस type की होती है, कैसे सारे questions पूछे जाते हैं, what all you should prepare for, and all that stuff. We'll be discussing about that in this video. So stay tuned and watch till the end. Alright, so the very first thing about the interview is कि interview is very subjective and it is not something that happens the same every time. The case that happened with me cannot be the case with you. So please have that clear mindset that interview is very subjective and depends on completely depends on the panel, the situation obviously. So that is very subjective. You have to understand that doesn't matter you watch n number of videos on YouTube, but at the end of the day your interview would be absolutely different from the interviews that we have faced or any of the people in the SIB face. So that would be something that is very subjective, but still there would be some similarities. So first, you have to clear your mindset that interviews are subjective. Don't rely on all the experiences of other people or even my experiences. So you can get a rough idea about that, but at the end of the day you have to know that it completely depends on me and the panel. All right, so as in my case, first of all, you have at least 4 to 5 panel in front of you, all from different departments, and maybe 1 or 2 HRs will be there, the AGM will be there, assistant general manager, and around 4 to 5 people would be there. I'll just give a brief idea about how the interview works, right? So the very first thing would be your introduction, and that is something that you need to prepare very nicely. See, your first impression would be something that they will definitely look forward to you, and your introduction should be great. Prepare your introduction first, and what should be included in an introduction. All right, so this video is comparatively same for both the PO as well as for the probationary clerks. So there is no such difference in the interview. Yeah, some difference maybe in your academics question, but all in all the interview part remains the same. So this is for both probationary clerks as well as the probationary officers. Alright, so your introduction should include your own introduction. First of all, your basics informations like your name and from the place where you are, and secondly, your highest qualification. Suppose you have done an MBA, so you have to start with your MBA first, that you did MBA from this college, and I was there for 2 years, and whatever the place be. Secondly, your graduation, and then your higher secondary and your secondary. So you have to explain each and everything, and then your extracurricular activities, you have to include these things in your introduction only. And let me just tell you very clearly that extracurricular would make a major impact. If you have done any extracurricular activities in your college days or in your school days, that will have a major impact on your selection. So because that happened with me, so I think that would be the case with everyone, right? All right, so the next is your academics. I have told this from the very beginning of my videos. You can see my very first video. There also I've said this, that academics plays a vital role. they would have judged you first with your academics. See, this sector is all about banking, finance, and marketing. So you should have a thorough knowledge of the subjects and the topics, right? Uh, See, I know that marks doesn't matter actually, cannot judge a person's capability, but this is a sector something that you need academics, right? This is a sector where you are dealing with public's money, so you have to have a thorough knowledge, and knowledge can only be judged. Unfortunately, knowledge can only be judged through your marks. So I think marks would play academics would play a very vital role. People with good percentage, anything above 80%, 85%, they will consider them obviously on the first basis, until unless you have a good working experience and good internships and your interview went really well. But apart from that, I think they will have a upper hand. I won't say that they will only be selected, but they will have a upper hand in case of selection. So if you are having a see, I'll just be clear cut. It's not nothing something that I would say no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. To make you feel happy. That is not the case. Whatever is the truth, I'll just say that directly, because you should have a clear mindset and you have to prepare according to that. There's nothing to worry or be nervous about. All you need to do is that you have to prepare well. If your academics are not so great, you have to prepare well for the interview. So that is the only thing. Next is your work experience and your internships. People with work experience, I'll start with people with work experience. If you are having a work experience of anything of 1 year, above 1 year in any sector, that would give you an upper hand. Especially if you are in marketing, if you are in BDO, if you are in financial sector, that would give you an upper hand. And one more thing, you should include only those things that you have actually done and that you're confident about. Suppose you did also the internship part. People who have done their internship, the actual internship. I'm not talking about the certificates that you somehow managed to get and you included in your internship. Please don't do that, because that would create a very negative impact. And the panel over there, they're very smart people. They will get to know within seconds that this guy has not done this internship. So they will cross question you from that internships. So be very sure that whatever thing you're including in your resume and whatever thing you are presenting in front of them as internships and work experience, that should be something that you have already done, that you have actually done and you're confident about. क्योंकि क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस होंगे फ्रॉम दैट internships and work experience. They will cross question from your academics, they will cross question from your internships. So academics and internships, please have a thorough knowledge. Alright, so at least have a brief idea about your internships before sitting for the interview, and go through your college notes and college topics once, a brief idea about your topics. Also the internships that you have done on the topic that you have done. Suppose like I did internship on working capital management, so I should have a thorough knowledge about working capital and what part I have covered in an internship, what I learned in that internship. So I should have a proper knowledge about that. Alright, so another major thing is that about your family background. They would ask that in the interview process if you don't say it upfront. So the best thing to add your family background is in the self-introduction part, that when you introduce yourself that I am this and this, I have studied all these things, these are my curricular activities, and we are a family of 5 or something, family of 2, family of 3. Alright, so another question or another part of the interview is regarding the jobs, roles and responsibilities. Before sitting for the interview, you should know for what position you are applying for this job, for what position the company is hiring, the bank is hiring. So before going into the interview, please at least have a you know thorough look on the jobs, roles and responsibilities that you will be handed over after your selection. So that is something you should be aware of, because you should know why the company is hiring you for, and you should know for what purpose you are applying for this job. So you should have a thorough idea about the job roles and responsibilities. So that is another thing. For PO, you have to look for that, look for your major roles and responsibilities, and clerks, even you have to have a thorough knowledge about your job roles and responsibilities. All right, so another very interesting part is they cross question about your place of domicile, like your place of residence. Like I am from Jharkhand, and they question me about what is something that the Jharkhand is very famous of. Jharkhand, obviously after MS Dhoni, the most popular thing in Jharkhand is the number of waterfalls that we are having. There are a number of waterfalls in Jharkhand. So that is with the question that what is something that people look for, or people visit Jharkhand especially. So you should know what your place is famous for, or something positive about your place. That is very interesting. They ask this because they want to know how well you know your place. Alright, so another thing that they might ask is about the bank. And the very first thing that they would ask is, where is the bank's headquarter located? Where is the bank's headquarter in India, obviously. So it is in Thrissur. So you must know that the bank's headquarter is in Thrissur. And you can also you should go through the bank's website thoroughly, bank's website and bank's LinkedIn profile. You should go through them. You'll get a rough idea about what the bank is all about. The bank has 9 core values. You have to read that once. What are the 9 core values of South Indian Bank? So you have to know about that. Alright, so recently bank has won several awards in the digital area. We have bagged around 9 to 10 awards in the IBA standings, and we are the leading bank in case of technology is concerned, in case of digital innovation is concerned. So you must have a thorough knowledge about in what sectors have the bank won several awards, and what was the bank's position in those. You'll get that thing in your on the bank's website. So go through the bank website first, and at least have a good look on how the bank's website looks. And also they would ask that what is the best thing you felt about South Indian Bank's website, and how is it different from the other bank's website, and what are the key things that are included in the bank's website, and what are the rates that the South Indian Bank is offering in deposits as well as in advances. That is the thing that you should know. And deposit rates and advances changes very frequently. So before sitting for the interview, a day before, please look for that, the rates of the deposits and the rates of advances. You must have a clear idea about that also. Alright, so as I've already mentioned, you must while introducing yourself, you must introduce your area of interest, like any extracurricular activities that you are a part of. You should mention that. Like for me, I've always been a sports person, like a footballer. I've represented my college in football, in basketball, and I've represented my school team in volleyball. So all those things you have to mention, that you were active in your college and school days, They don't want people who were studious. Let me just clear it out. They want people, they want active students, those who have a decent acads, those who have decent academics, as well as were active in sports. They want people like that. So you should mention if any extracurricular activities you did in your college and school days. Also that you should mention that if you have been a part, or you have been active in the college or school debate extempo. Yeah, you should mention that. And that you were, you must, the idea behind saying this is that you should be active in your school and college days. That is something they really look for. Alright, so the another thing is that if the interview happens offline, or also even if it happens online, the first thing that you should be very serious about is your looks. You should be well dressed. Proper combination of shirts and pants should be there. These are all things that would create an impression. So if you are sitting for it, obviously your skills would play a vital role. Your skills will be something that would be judged ultimately, not all these things. But you have to be presentable, right? You have to look like professional. This is the interview for people. This is a very serious profession, and according to that we have to dress up, right? So the only thing that I'm demanding, or I'm saying, is that you should have a proper sense of clothes. You should have a decent well ironed shirt, as well as well ironed pants with color combination. Obviously you should have a great color combination, like white and gray, white and blue, blue and black, or say that. Also you should have a solid color combination. So I'll make a separate video for that. For you should have a well trimmed beard. There's nothing, no criteria like that. You shouldn't have beards on you, or you should have a clean shave for sitting in an interview. There's nothing like that. You should have a well trimmed beards, well shaped beards, and you must look decent. You should have a good haircut. So all those things, I'll make a separate video about the how to look presentable for an interview. But as of now, you should know that you should have a you should be presentable in front of the panel. So that is the only thing I'm trying to say. Alright, so वीडियो की लेंथ काफ़ी लंबी हो गई थी. Because of that I have to divide the video into two parts. Interview is quite time taking, so वीडियो बनाने में the video is about 40 to 44 minutes. Because of that वीडियो को दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड करनी पड़ी. So as of now इस वीडियो में यहीं तक है. The next video I'll be uploading it by tomorrow morning for sure. I know काफ़ी लेट हो गई थी, लेट हो गई है, एंड रिजल्ट्स आर आउट, एज वेल एज इंटरव्यू डेट्स भी आई थिंक आ चुकी है. सो most probably not, I'm sure that I'll be uploading the video by tomorrow morning, the second part. As of now, I hope this video added some value to you. Wait for tomorrow morning, I'll be uploading the second part as well. So cheers for that.